What is up, everybody? It's your girl Tyra, and I'm coming back at you again with another, you already guessed it, shipped video.
That's right. Hey, Tyra, the creative. That's right. The creative.
Do you guys like my new setup? Oh my gosh, I literally just painted this wall behind me, so I really wanted to do a couple of videos to see how you guys like it. So let me know if you like this better or if you like the yellow couch that I'm normally sitting on when I do my ship videos. Okay, so you already read the title, and you know I do not like to ramble at the beginning of my videos. So let's get right into the video. I'm going to be giving you 10 shipped shopper mistakes to avoid. So the first mistake that you want to avoid is shopping for cold items first. Now, some people may be saying this is self-explanatory, but sometimes you don't really think about it. Sometimes you just want to go right into the store because the frozen section is kind of close to the entrance of most grocery stores. So some people may just go there first. And by the time you finish shopping for everything else, you may end up with some unfrozen items. And then the customer, rightfully so, will be upset about it. So if you do have a lot of frozen items, make sure that you are using an insulated bag and you're shopping for those items last. The next mistake that you want to avoid is not aiming to deliver the order at the beginning of the delivery window. Now, there are tons of things that can happen in a shop, and you want to make sure that you have ample amount of time to get that order to the customer on time. So if you're aiming to get there at 5 o'clock and 5 o'clock is the end of the delivery window, you're more likely to get a late order, and then your ratings will go down. And when your ratings go down, you'll get less orders when you put yourself on the schedule. So it's just a snowball effect to not delivering orders on time. Number 3 is taking large orders before you are ready. Now, I did this once and it was honestly a shit show, but I actually learned from my mistake. When you are just a new ship shopper and you just get out of that 10 order window where you can only do 1 order at a time, take on 2 smaller orders before you begin taking on orders with over 100 items, because it can get real crazy real quick, especially if you have a difficult customer or a customer that requires a bunch of substitutions. It can just get jumbled up and it's just too much. Save those bigger orders to do only by themselves so you can focus solely on that order, or stick to stacking smaller orders. And once you master those smaller orders, then slowly but surely add in bigger and bigger orders, and you'll eventually get there. Another mistake that people may not think is a mistake is not communicating with the customer at every step of the order. I've been reading a lot of blogs, and a lot of customers complain if they don't hear from their ship shopper. Even if the customer doesn't want to respond, they just want to know that you are doing their order. So I just recently posted a video about text message examples to customers. So check that out if you do not know how to communicate with your customer appropriately. It can increase your tips if you're keeping that customer in the know about everything that's going on. Mistake number 5, showing the customer the actual price of the item or giving them the receipt. Now, Ship tells you this in the orientation: do not give the customer the receipt. But what happens when you send the customer a photo of the actual aisle and they see the prices? This has happened to me before, and now I've been more cognizant of it, but I have not mentioned this in any of my previous videos. You want to make sure that the price is not in the photo, because when they see their final receipt from Shipt, the 2 numbers 9 times out of 10 will not match, and you don't want them to be upset with you or with Shipt and decrease your tips. So don't show them any prices, and definitely do not give them the store receipt. They will always receive a final receipt through their email. Number 6 is working too many zones in one delivery window. Now, when you set yourself up on the schedule, you have default zones that you have picked that will automatically show up on the schedule. And whether you pick 1 zone, 2, 3, 10 zones, you will start receiving push notifications for orders available in those zones when you are on the schedule. Now, if you have multiple zones set, then you will be getting orders from all over the place, and it can get confusing to know, okay, I have an order in zone A, zone B, and zone C, and we're really close to the delivery window. Will I have time to do these? So be mindful and cognizant of how far away each zone is from one another, and if you can realistically work in that many zones at the same time. Typically for me, I only do 2 zones. I'm in Los Angeles, so the zones are kind of far apart. So I typically like to stay in the Beverly Hills and West Hollywood zone because they are right on the edge of each other. But if I wanted to do something like Pasadena and downtown LA, Pasadena is about a 35-minute drive from downtown LA. I would never work in both of those zones in one delivery window, so be mindful of that. Number 7 is not taking yourself off of the schedule once you have received enough orders for that delivery window. Now, as I said, when you put yourself on a schedule, you receive push notifications for orders that are available for that delivery window. Now, you have a minute to accept these orders. If you do not accept these orders within that minute, the order will go away and your acceptance rate will decrease. Now, what happens when you have all of the orders that you can possibly do in that delivery window? You need to take yourself off of the schedule so that Shipt will not keep sending you all of these orders, because Shipt won't say, oh, Tyra has enough orders, let's stop pushing her orders. No, it's a computer. So you need to take yourself off of the schedule and you'll still have those orders that you have already accepted. So your acceptance rate is safe and you can focus on the orders that you have to get delivered to the customers. Mistake number 8 is not reviewing the item list before accepting the order. I used to be bad at this because I would just say, ooh, I got an order, let me just do it. But what if someone wants you to pick up a fridge, 20 gallons of water, a bicycle? I had to pick up a child's pool one time, and luckily that was my only order and that was the only item. But what if I had 3 orders that I was trying to do at the same time? I wouldn't have had space, and if it was already within the delivery window or within an hour before the delivery window, I wouldn't be able to drop the order. So you need to make sure that you are looking at the item list and making sure that you have ample amount of space in your car and that you can carry these things before you accept an order. Mistake number 9 is not tracking your mileage or your expenses. Remember, you are an independent contractor. I actually just posted a video on my channel talking all about doing taxes as a Shipt shopper. So make sure you check that video out if you need a little help on keeping track of your mileage and all of that stuff. I have tons of pertinent information in that video. And mistake number 10 is not having the right equipment to be efficient on your shop. I've seen so many shoppers that are just making so much extra work for themselves because they have not invested in the proper equipment to be an efficient Shipt shopper. I actually did a video, I know I'm plugging a bunch of videos, but I also did a video on how to increase your earnings as a Shipt shopper, and in that video I went through all of my essential equipment. So check that video out, or even click the link in the description box below. I actually have an Amazon store that has everything that I use in the store already. So all you have to do is go through and see what items you can use, what can make your shopping experience a little bit better. So make sure that you check that out, because honestly, you guys, even something as simple as a cart can definitely be a game changer and save you tons of time rather than going back and forth to the car. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys learned something. If you guys have any questions about any of the mistakes that I put in this video, let me know in the comment sections below. And if there are any other common mistakes that you know about that I did not mention in this video, let me know those as well. If you liked it, you guys, make sure you give this video a like, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below, and make sure your notifications are on so you can get all of the alerts anytime your girl posts any new Shipt content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.